I must admit that I'm a little nervous with my high school reunion only 4 days away, but I'm very excited to see all the old faces from Comac South. Many of my old classmates have really made an impact in the world today. One, Sean Levchuck, is a friend from when I was in school. Take a look.
You and I have been through how many times in the hospital together? I love you like you're one of my own.
Angelo was born with his heart on the wrong side.
Instead of being here, it's over here and kind of flipped a little upside down.
Under the devoted care of Dr. Sean Levchuck, Angelo will now enjoy a long life.
We waited and waited and waited until he really was big enough that he could handle everything. And he went through it like Grant went through the South.
Today, Sean is a highly respected pediatric cardiologist. But who would have known he would have turned out this way?
Sean was, he was a little guy. He was kind of late to develop physically, late to bloom. And he was a goofball. He would always get into trouble. He'd always say the wrong things to the girls, trying to impress them.
I remember Sean Levchuck from, I think, 7th or 8th grade. We were on a school field trip somewhere. And he was sitting behind me in the last row.
And she was turned around facing my seat, telling stories to everybody, making everybody laugh.
I made Sean Levchuck laugh, and he threw up, like all over the seat.
I had a mouthful of peanut butter sandwich and high C. She made me laugh, and out everything came.
We named him Sean Upchuck because he threw up on the bus, and his name was Levchuck. Sean might not have been in the Honor Society back then, but he had a lot of skills and lots of passion.
I love to build things. I love to play hockey. For a little guy, I couldn't play on football or baseball, but when it came to skating, I could skate as well as anybody. To me, skates were the great equalizer.
Sean had set his sights on going to Stony Brook, where his brother was attending. However, the guidance counselor had other advice for him.
When the guidance counselor said that I was going to go to a trade school and I didn't have it academically, my mother practically jumped off the desk.
He said he should pick a trade. And I said, really? So he said, yeah. And I said, well, what are the marks to get into Stony Brook? He said, well, he won't make them.
And I said, Sean, you know, you don't have to settle for that. You know, if you want to be a doctor, if that's really where you feel you're led to, you know, you can do it. You have the talent and you have the ability and the intelligence.
Sean put his nose to the grindstone and got into medical school. He worked hard, graduated, and now is a pediatric cardiologist at St. Francis Hospital on Long Island. In addition, Sean participates both as a physician and fundraiser for the Gift of Life program.
We bring in children from overseas, from economically and technologically disadvantaged countries. We fix their hearts up, we don't charge anybody anything, and we send them back. And now that I have a child, and I know how much love I have for my son, I can understand exactly what these parents are feeling. Now when a parent throws their arms around you and starts sobbing and hugging you and saying thank you, you understand what the magnitude of that really means.
Please welcome my friend, Dr. Sean Levchuck.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it's great to be here. I get this reunion coming up and everything.
Yeah, I haven't seen you since the last reunion.
Yes, it was a long time ago, and life sure has flown by. And look at how good you've done.
And you too. I was I always get the attention. I always think it's not fair because so many people we went to school with have done such phenomenal things. You know. Did you know you would always be a doctor? I mean, because I don't remember you thinking that in school.
No, everybody thought I was going to be a hockey player or a carpenter or some kind of thing like that, and. You know, I think I hit my stride and found my niche a little later, and then all of a sudden things came together, and I just developed such a love for children that it just seemed a natural fit.
What do you have there in your hand, sir?
Well, you didn't remember the field trip that we went on, but I did. And not only did I remember it, I actually saved the playbill. We went to see Sherlock Holmes at the Broadhurst Theater.
I remember with Alan Seuss.
Yes, yes, and the day before Thanksgiving, and I even have my ticket stub, and you give so much to everybody else. I would like to give this to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Is this when you threw up?
Yes, that's the one
when you threw up.
There is no throw up on that playbill.
Excellent. That's right, Alan Seuss.
Yes.
Remember that? That's so funny. Remember I called you Sean Upchuck. Are you still mad?
No.
right,
The name fit. In fact, nobody knew the nickname, but now I guess everybody knows it. So it's out of the bag.
Have you seen anyone from high school in these last 10 years? I mean, do you hang out with anyone still?
Tom Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
I talk to Jim Goriab once in a while.
Right.
And, you know, here and there. I was kind of a nomad living in Philly and training in Philly, where I met my lovely wife, Leslie. And, you know, I kind of fell out of the loop there for a while, so
Right.
Thankfully you brought me back in.
Well, I'm happy to see you, Sean. I really am, and congratulations. Much deserved
Thank you.
success to you.
Thank you.
The program that you do, again, tell us the name of it.
It's called The Gift of Life, and I work not only with children from this country, but children from other countries that need life-saving heart procedures, and we bring them over here and fix them up. And I do a lot of interventional cardiology as well, where we can close holes with catheters and not even have to put a blade to their chest. It's really nice.
And if you want to find information, go onto our website, and we'll tell you how you can donate money to that wonderful organization. I will see you on Friday night, sir.
Thank you.
Sean, good to see you. Stay right there. Sit down. We'll be right back.